Hello guys, this is group number 3, College Algebra. My name is Israel Campos and my partner is
Luis Angel Matos, and we're gonna be working some problems over here. So we're gonna start with the one that we did together, which is let f of x be x squared minus 5 and g of x equals to x squared plus 2x plus 4. So we're gonna work that one because the first one that we got was f of g times x. So technically what you're doing is like saying f, and then this is gonna be g of x inside. So we're gonna substitute all that with the numbers, and technically it's gonna be x squared minus 5 times x squared plus 3x plus 4. Now to solve this equation, we're gonna do the FOIL method, so we're gonna go and do FOIL with both of the numbers that we got here. So that will turn out into x to the 4th plus 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 5x squared minus 15x minus 20. So we can leave this, we gotta add equal terms to finish and solve it. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take the x to the 4th plus 3x cubed, then the 4x squared minus the 5x squared equals to negative x squared minus 15x minus 20. And technically, that is our answer right here. And now, using the same numbers, the f of x being x squared minus 5 and g of x being x squared plus 2x plus 4, we're going to find g of x. So that was the second part, was g of f. Sorry about that. Times x. So in this one, it's similar to the previous one, but it's going to change because now g is going to be outside and f is going to be the inside. So now we're going to have x squared plus 3x plus 4 times x squared minus 5. And to solve it again, we're going to do the FOIL method again. We're going to distribute all of them. And we're going to end up on the bottom with x to the 4th plus negative 5x squared plus 3x cubed minus 15x plus 4x squared minus 20. But it seems like it's out of order, it looks all messed up, so we're just going to go ahead and solve it, putting them all back in order, how they should be. So when we do it, it should look like 4x to the 4th plus 3x cubed minus x squared. So we had the same thing where negative 5x squared and positive 4x squared actually equals to negative x squared minus 15x minus 20, and that should be your solution. So for all these mess, we put it in order, and that's what we got.
Okay, for this I'm gonna solve the part 3 of the problem, which basically is gonna be finding f of f. We're still using this formula, but instead we're only gonna use this one both times instead of using the g of x, which is gonna be x squared minus 5 x squared minus 5. Now we're going to do the FOIL method. You want to multiply this across, and this as well is going to go across, which is going to lead to the result of being x to the 4th power minus 5x cubed minus 5x cubed plus 25x squared. You see, we have the same number, which is the cube. So what we want to do here is combine the like terms. So we want to add this, and everything looks normal. So it's going to be x to the 4th power minus 10x cubed plus 25x squared. And this right here would be the answer. And as you can see, it's more organized than the numbers on top. Thank you. Now we're going to proceed with part 4 of the problem, which is going to be finding g of d. As I just did was f of f, canceling the g of x. Now we're only going to focus on this one right here. So it's going to be parentheses x squared plus 3x, plus 4. Okay. Do you want to multiply that by the same? X squared plus 3x plus 4. To start it off, we're going to do the FOIL method again. Over here, over here, over here. Okay, so you want to multiply across. It's going to be x to the 4th power plus q plus 4x squared. Okay, now you can see that this is such a long number, but you can see as well that you have to proceed with combining like terms. For example, right here we have the x squared with the x squared right here, x squared right here, and not just that, but we have the cubes similar right here, and what you want to do is combine them, and you want to start off with the x cubes. So basically you have the x to the 4th power, and you have a 3x cubed and a 3x cubed, and both are positive. So it's going to be plus 6x cubed. Okay, now you're going to continue on to the squares, which is going to be the 4, the 9, and the 14 over here. It's going to end up being 20x squared. Okay, now you want to get rid of this two that are the same as well, the x and the x. 12 plus 12 is going to be 24, so you're going to have plus 24x and plus 16. So you can see the big difference here. This number being such long can be simplified to this, which is going to be x to the 4th power plus 6x cubed plus 20x squared plus 24x plus 16. And that will be your answer. Thank you.
And we try to apologize right now. I know here we got 2x, but it's actually the 3 like he has in his problem, so we're gonna have to switch this one to a 3 here. So we apologize about typo.
Sorry.
So now we're gonna do I'm gonna do a second problem. Technically it's given the f of x is a cubic function with zeros at -9, -1, and 6. I need to find an equation for f of x given that f of 10 equals negative 9. So the first thing we're going to do is like on the f of x, we're going ahead and bring all the zeros, which is x equals negative 9, x minus 1, and x minus 6. So technically these are all the zeros for this problem right here. Then we're going to change these two signs to a more easy to solve for the equation. So I will use f of x equals, we're going to have a because to finish the whole function that we got here, we're going to have to need the value of a that's in front of here with the zeros, and then we'll give us the complete function. So we're going to have a times x plus, because these turn into a plus, and the negative 9 turns into a positive 9. 9, and then we'll do the same with the negative 1. X plus 1, and the x minus 6, we just leave it the same, because there was no negative numbers between it. Then the equation is telling us the f of 10 equals negative 9. So technically we have negative 9, because f of 10 will replace that right here, equals a. So now we have 10 plus 9, because every x is going to be 10, because this 10 right here is going to be each x over here. So we got 10 plus 9, then we got 10 plus 1, and then we have 10 minus 6. And that will satisfy that the f of 10 will be every single x on the problem. And f of 10 equals negative 9 will be right here on the other side. And that will lead us to the next step, which is negative 9 equals a times 19 times 11 times 4. Then all this right here will give us negative 9 equals 836. So now we're going to have negative 9 over 836. So for the whole solution to be, will be f of x equals negative 9 over 836, because this right here is a. That's because we were looking for the solution of a. So the whole equation, if f of x times x plus 9, x plus 1, and x minus 6. And this is a whole equation for this problem.
Okay, so over here we have a new problem, which basically lets f of x being 2x plus 6 over 3x plus 7. And with this, you're going to want to find the inverse as well as the domain and the range. So to start off, we're going to find the inverse to this function. Basically, what you want to do is start over here. So you have this, you want to switch this to a y. So you're going to have y equals 2x plus 6 over 3x plus 7. Okay, now that you've done this, what you want to do is you're going to try and find y. So you're going to switch the places, you're going to switch them. So you're going to have x equals 2y plus 6 over 3y plus 7. Okay, now that you have this, what you want to try to do is solve for y. Now you're going to solve basically for y. To start off, you're going to want to get this over here. So to do this, you're going to multiply 3y plus 7. And you want to do that on the other side as well. So you're going to end up basically with being x parentheses 3y plus 7 equals 2y. 2y plus 6. Okay? Now, what you want to do is you're gonna wanna combine here, which is gonna be the result of being 3xy plus 7x and equals 2y plus 6. Okay, in order to make this happen, you're gonna wanna subtract the negative 2y. So you're gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna take the problem over here to this side to have more space. So you're gonna have till this point it's gonna be 3xy minus 2y is 2y plus 7x. Okay? Now that you have this, you're gonna wanna take this number to the other side. In order to do this, you're gonna subtract 7x. So it's gonna be 3xy minus 2y equals 7. It's gonna be 6 minus 7x. And to proceed, you're gonna wanna factor this right here. So it's gonna be so you're gonna wanna factor this. So basically, what we're gonna have here is gonna be y 3x minus 2, and this will give you basically this. And what you did right here, doing this, you leave the y alone. As you can see here, it's alone, and it's gonna be equal to 6 minus 7x. Now to proceed from this, you wanna divide this. Divide by 3x minus 2. And the end result for this would be y equals 6 minus 7x over 3x minus 2. And this is the inverse of this fraction over here. So the inverse to that function is y equals 6 minus 7x over 3x minus 2. Now, in order to find the domain and range, you're going to graph this part. The function, you're going to want to graph it. And here's an example of the graph which I have taken from the calculator. So you go like this. And this is the graph for this function. The other question for this problem was to find the domain and range. And the domain and the range for this function would be being the domain would be from negative infinity to negative 7 over. And okay, and we get this from being the domain goes basically from side to side, and it's coming, as you can see, it's coming from the negative, and it's gonna make a stop right here. This stop would lead only to, it's going to go down, but it won't go any further, and the domain will proceed, and it will continue being from negative 7 over 3 to positive infinity. As you can see, it goes this way with non-stop. So right there you have the domain, and now what we're trying to find is the range. The range would be coming from the negatives. As you can see, it's gonna stop at 2 over 3. So it's gonna be negative infinity to the point 2 over 3. But it doesn't stop there. As you can see, it continues to go up on the y-axis, and it's gonna proceed, the range is gonna proceed from 2 over 3 to positive infinity. And right there, guys, you have the range and the domain, which basically was one of the main part of this question. And over here you have the inverse to the function. Thank you, guys. We got it.